Today I want to do a little bit on um, uh, the beginning of the opening of the Tao De Jing. Uh, there's a very famous, everybody seems know that the oracle of morality, you call Tao De Jing, is beginning with a phrase as this: 道可道，非常道；名可名，非常名。At the beginning, I thought that in Western culture, there are not many correct translation of this what Lao Tzu written thousands of years ago. However, when I search through internet on the YouTube, there are many today's YouTubing explanation of Tao Te Ching are very precise, up to date, and have very deep understanding on what it means by saying 道可道，非常道；名可名，非常名。Or in short, it should be translated as if there's a if you can speak out something as Tao, that's not a Tao. That's not, at least not the Tao that was supposed to be in nature. If a name you can be defined, that won't be the name for the nature or reality or the true reality. So for some people do not have the background of this education, might be hard to understand what you mean by saying that. And I think that with Western perspective, it would be easier if I speak this way. If you look at not Charles Buckley, I think it's George Buckley. Is that George Buckley? And his um, rationalism and the way how he puts subjective idealism, subjective idealism. He thinks that we only can perceive ideas of a true reality. We never been able to grasp the true nature of a real reality, and that's more or less what that means when Lao Tzu say 道可道，非常道. I mean, if you Lao Tzu doesn't like Buckley deny that Tao deny that reality cannot be described. Yeah, you can. You can if you like say a tree. Yeah, you can say what our perception is. Like John Locke, he would say that what you can see, what you can feel, what you can hear, listen, is the perception of a tree. But here, like Berkeley, now is trying to say that that's all your perception from your sensation, which giving to ants, giving to cat, a dog. Because of their sensation is different, they might perceive a same tree differently. Which one is the true reality? As a human, this is our reality. So that actually transcends into what Charles Peirce said, um, as a pragmatism, that the perceiving reality of a human, if done scientifically, verified by um, uh, separate means, would be a human being's perception. But in Tao De Jing, Lao Tzu actually decipher the situation very carefully. He's trying to say that yes, scientific facts, you might be able to verify some scientific facts independently from human sensation. But it is still, by the end of the day, the definition you gave to that reality is still based on human sensation. We cannot describe a reality in God's view. That's what Taoism trying to tell people, that there is a true nature out there that would probably never be a reachable goal for human to perceive, to describe. Same goes as the name, because every as a Taoism believe that you probably won't be able to name the true nature. That is to say, if you say, "Oh, that is a tree," well, maybe the dog call it, I don't know, stick. A cat, to think of it as heaven, whatever you want to call it, but it is definitely our human way to name that uh, uh, um, uh, part of nature. It is not the name it was in their natural state should be. We never would be able to name that natural state, because we're not designed to be able to perceive the whole aspect of that part of a nature. So that's what it means by saying 道可道，非常道；名可名，非常名。However, there's a one, if I want cherry picking on the YouTube videos on this explanation, I would say that there's a wrong perception of 常 非常道 or 非常名。常 usually in the YouTube would say that it's internal way. 常 it could mean internal. However, it is like um, in the in English as well. It's not a word usually designed for saying that internal. It is almost like a third explanation of that word. So the true meaning of 常 here, 常道 or 常名, it actually means natural. It means that in a nature state, that Tao, what Tao should be. Okay, there's also a fundamental different understanding from my personal view. That's how the Tao should be translated. I don't think Tao should be translated as a way, or whatever is out there translation would be. I think direct uh, uh, um, pronunciation would be enough, because that's the thing that in Chinese we call it Dao, and but Lao Tzu really means that the nameless, the unable to describe, would be the thing that in the nature. So I would say, instead of saying the way, I would say Tao. Um, Also, that's the difference between Lao Tzu and Zhuangzi. Zhuangzi take it literally. He would mean that's the way, the path, the the set doctrine or set of rules. No, it is just the way it is, the universe, the way it is, um, the the reason behind the universe, how this universe come to be, and that's we are in progress to understand um, partially of it, according to Oracle of Morality, that we would never be in a situation that to understand